If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Hello, Louse on the Road subscribers and followers. As a lot of you know, I try to answer questions from the commenters of this channel, not through the comments, but by making videos. So if someone says something, whether it's a negative comment or what appears to be a troll, I try to bring it up to everybody so everybody has an opportunity to see how we deal with these situations, and that way everybody gets to learn about the nomadic lifestyle equally. So I thought I'd talk about a few. And the other day I got a comment. Somebody said they watched the video where I talk about being debt-free and how important it is, and that you shouldn't even come out here unless you're debt-free. And his comment was, actually made me think for a minute. He says, if I'm living in a house, an apartment, if I'm living in an apartment that costs $1,000 a month, and I decide to go and live in a car that costs me $500 a month, he says, I'm saving money. Even though I'm paying interest, I'm saving money. I'm going to be able to pay off the car, and I'm going to be able to save up a savings account. And he almost had me convinced for a minute. Almost had me convinced that maybe I hadn't thought everything out. And then I thought, wait a minute, no. A lot of people will comment how much cheaper it is to live out here. And he even said $500 a month. That's what my expenses for me and Carolyn are every month. He's going to save a ton of money. I got it. If he is willing to do what it takes to spend that little. Because I see so many people comment about how gross this lifestyle is. Or I'm always talking about the gloom and doom. And how I'm always talking about how hard it is and all this stuff. Well, no, I don't feel like I'm talking gloom and doom, and that I feel like I'm talking about the truth. This is the reality. And I want to bring you the reality, because I don't think a lot of the other YouTubers bring you the reality. They just bring you how... And I'm being very positive on this, so I'm not trying to downgrade any of the YouTubers right this moment. But they're showing you how to do it. How to go to the bathroom in a bucket. How to wash up with wet wipes. They're showing you all the little tricks and tips on how to do your van and insulation and heating. And okay, great. But here's the reality. If you want to take a shower and you have very limited water, or even water costs you 35 cents a gallon, and you want to try to take a shower like I do, stay clean, because I don't believe wet wipes do that. This is the truth. I've done wet wipes. Many people agree with me. Wet wipes don't keep you clean. That means you're going to have to do something to conserve water so you can take a shower, so you can be clean. And in this case, I save my water that I shower with into a tub. And a lot of folks think that's just absolutely disgusting. How are you actually going to overcome this problem? Somebody told me the other day, there is no way I would do that. I would go to Walmart, because Walmarts are every 30 miles away, and buy a new pair of socks and undergarments so I don't have to wash my undergarments. Well, okay, but the Walmart wasn't 30 miles away. It was 88 miles away. 160-something mile round trip. So no, I mean, you can imagine all the things you want to imagine, but that's not the reality. The reality is it's pretty tough out here if you're wanting to live this nomadic lifestyle. Or I tell you, you get onto a campground and you realize that a 30-minute rain turns into a 4-day rain or a 3-day rain, and you're not going to be able to get out of there because you're going to get stuck. So then you start water collection, rain collection. And people think, well, wow, that is just terrible. There's no way I could do that. I carry 100,000 gallons of water in the back of my truck. Here's another interesting part. No matter how many times I say, okay, I feel like that I am fairly prepared in life for bad things to happen to me. I'm not gullible. I realize there's bad things out here. Yet my pop-up camper still burned down. Yet they talk about, oh, that's all you ever talk about is gloom and doom. I talk about reality. This is what's actually happened to me. Then they'll say, if you don't like this lifestyle, then why do you continue to do it? Who said I didn't like this lifestyle? I'm talking to you about the reality. The reality is what it is. Whether I like it or not is irrelevant. I want you to be prepared for these things, because all the YouTubers that I watched never told me anything about reality. But all you got to do is open up the newspaper and read it, and there it is. It's slapping you in the face. But somehow I'm the one talking about gloom and doom. Had someone comment the other day, and I don't mean any offense by this. I get it. I understand. He says, I understand you're in Nebraska. And I was wondering what you do to stay cool in your camper. He says, all I have is a fan. I'm going to South Dakota for my wife and I want to make sure that I'm comfortable. And I replied back, I said, I can't help you because that's all Carolyn and I have is a 12-volt fan. And his reply back to me was, that's fine during the day, but at night when you're sweating and you're in your sheets and it's gross and it's nasty, you know, I'd rather stay cool. Okay? Well, the reality is I don't have an air conditioner. I can't run it with my generator. And if you want to stay in a paid campsite, then I guess you can have an air conditioner. But if you're going to stay out here in national forests, national grasslands, BLMs, air conditioning is going to be a little bit tough to run. You can run it on your generator, but you're going to spend a fortune in gasoline, which means now you're running back and forth to town all the time getting gas. You're going to need a generator that can pull those kind of watts, which means you're going to need a bigger generator. Mine runs 9 hours on a gallon of gas. Really efficient. $40 a month. Trey was telling me he runs his air conditioner on a propane generator. Cost him $7 a day. That is a lot of money. There's the reality. $7 a day. This life can become a lot more easy if you have money to spend. If you can afford $7 a day, yes, the life comes a lot easier. But that's hard to explain to folks when they're saying, I want to be able to live like you do, $500 a month, give up my $1,000 a month rent, but I need air conditioning, and I'm not going to recycle my water, and I'm not going to collect rainwater. Well, then you're not going to do it at $500 a month. That's what you got to make that connection. The more money you spend, the more comfortable you're going to be. The less money you're going to spend, the more you're going to save, but the less comfortable you're going to be. I find it interesting that people keep telling me how high rent is, and they can't afford rent, so they need to live in their car. I lived on 8 acres, 8 acres, in a very nice rock-built stone home with air conditioning and heat, and when, you know, very nice house. And it was $300 a month. He just wanted someone to take care of it. And you can find those all over the country. They do exist. And I'm encouraging you to go find those things if you want to save money versus living in your car and if you don't want to have to recycle your water, or you can't live without an air conditioner. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.